am. There's video. And where is?
You been outside yet?
No, I'm trying to get a Zoom meeting together. I took that garbage out, that trash bag, because it's stinking. Where are the? Still going. That is invite. McEwen.
They did not take your stuff.
Okay. Darn it. What's this one? Who else is talking about it? That Linda. Okay. I start the meeting. Where is everybody? What's this little thing? I don't want that. Oh. Mhm. Messages takes me right back. There we go. Somebody came. All right. Here you are.
Oh, well, now I see you.
Yes, I found my camera was using on something else. I don't know what it was, but it was using something else. So I had to turn those off to get it to come here.
Oh, well, while you were doing that, I got a phone call. We found, Perry was cleaning out the crawl space, and we found a couple savings bonds that were my father's.
Really?
Yeah, and for whatever reason, my mother, when my dad passed away in 1990, and she was the executor of his estate, for whatever reason, she never cashed him in. So then she passed away, and anyway, long story short, so I filled out some forms and sent them into the Treasury Department, and they called and said, you don't have the right forms. And I'm going, I don't have the rest, anything else. My dad died in 1990. So I'm supposed to try, and we'll see what it'll cost to get the lawyers to cough up this paperwork. Probably charge me more than the bonds will be worth.
Yeah. I sent invites to Linda, and who else did you want to invite?
Dawn.
Dawn, oh, yes. Lord, I'd love to see her.
Or anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody forever.
Let's see, Dawn. I'd like to talk about that opening the bargain box. It seems like it's going to be a lot of work. and as talking about extra people and sanitizing everything and
Boy, I mean, we have trouble getting just enough people the two people, nevertheless having extra people.
yeah, you're absolutely right. Let me see, do I have a people's list here? I just wanted to make sure that you knew how to do it and you didn't have any trouble at all. Pam was the one who, she could not figure out how to get in.
Poor Pam, she does not like anything to do with technology.
I know. Okay, well, how about Judy? You want to try Judy?
Sure.
You know, not everybody sits around and looks at their email.
That's true.
So it would be much better to tell everybody ahead of time, like yesterday, and say that we were going to do this today.
Yeah, maybe we could try and do that for tomorrow if we can't get a hold of anybody. I think Linda and Bill go for quite a few walks, so they may be walking or.
Yeah, she talked about having it on Friday, which is today, because she has a healthcare person once in a while looking after him so that she can get away. She was going to go to their Wi-Fi apparently isn't very good in Pueblo West, so she was going to go to the Safeway and use their Wi-Fi. So, but I didn't tell her that I was going to do that, so she may not have taken her laptop. But she should have taken her phone, because she could do the phone just like you are.
Yeah.
Lorraine and Pat Gonzalez uses their phone, and it comes through very well. So let's see if Pat Gonzalez is around. Gonzalez. And Judy. I don't know if Judy has used Zoom or not. Let's see if Shirley.
Now, I think you guys have used them for board meetings, haven't you?
Yes, we did a couple of times, and it went all right. But they knew I was going to have it, you know.
Yeah.
I was just making sure you knew how to do it, and you do.
Well, I didn't think it would be very hard, but
Well, some people struggle, you know.
Yeah.
I wish I'd put that email up. I guess if you're going to share something, you have to have it already up on your computer so that you can share that. And you can share it if you can see it already. You can select it and then you share the screen and people can see it. But she was talking about, let me. Cleaning, of course, from stem to stern, and buying a sanitizing fogging system, which is $3, she says. It's $300, and to leave everything untouched for 3 days. But if it's sitting on top of each other, you know, clothing, if you don't spread them out, how is it? I don't know. Who else? Let's see. Madeline.
You know, the other thing about it is I've been to some stores and they have like a plexiglass up.
Yeah, and they suggest that too. That wouldn't be hard to do. Probably Terry could do it. I could do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Madeline's coming. There she is.
Let me get my audio.
Yeah, you
Now
can,
I see Matt. Well, I see you or I see Madeline, but I don't see both of you.
do you see something? Where is it, Madeline? That says right up in your right upper corner. It says speaker view.
No.
Oh, you're on a phone. You may not be able to do it, but there's a space where you can say, you can see everybody. What the heck's it called, Madeline?
Video? Oh,
No, the community or the something. I can't think. Let's see.
Let's see. It says share content.
Gallery view. Gallery view puts the people that are talking up on the top. Well, I'm up there, so I don't know. But you can see everybody in the gallery view.
okay.
Well,
We can see you.
you can't see anybody else?
I can see Susan.
Okay.
I can
And
see
Irene.
Madeline right now, but I don't see both of you. I see one of you or the other.
Okay. Maybe it's who's talking.
Yeah. Do you see who's talking? I'll talk now. Now, Madeline, you talk.
Okay, so I'm talking now. I just saw the email.
Yeah, I see who's talking, and that's all.
Okay.
All right. But you can hear everybody.
Yes.
Madeline, you saw that email from Mary Kay?
Yes. In fact, I'm going on to the national Zoom at 12 o'clock
Oh, to watch
today.
it today? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to talk about. I'm assuming that's what the same thing Mary Kay sent.
Then I will do that too.
Are you going on at noon?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I think I can make it.
Okay.
Susan said she had not done it before. She just wanted to see. She came in very easily. She didn't have any trouble at all.
Did you use your phone, Susan?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
I could try my iPad. Maybe next time. Maybe sometimes your iPad and computers have a few more options than your phone. So
Yeah.
I'll maybe try it on my phone next time and see if I can see everybody all the time instead of just who's talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I had to ask some other people, but you don't necessarily sit and look at your email all day long. So they may not have seen their invitation to come.
Okay, so you guys are gonna watch a video from National at noon, probably on how to open the bargain box, huh?
Yes. I'm wondering how many of us want to be involved with the bargain box. I have heard Carol King says she is not going to go back down to the bargain box. And of course, Linda can't. She's with her husband. And I've heard rumblings about Molly does not want to go back down. And Madeline said maybe she does not want to go. We got to find out if there's anybody that's even going to go.
Yeah, because that really, I feel like that really puts the workers at risk.
Yes.
And so I don't know. I mean, I don't want to close the bargain box permanently, but I'm not sure how anxious I am to go and work until we're past the worst part of this. And that sounds like that could be a good year or a year and a half.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think right now, well, they were just doing a tentative June. Nobody was throwing anything out there like May.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, I agree with you completely. Because I don't really, even though I was hoping to go and start working again, like in June and stuff like that, well, this kind of changes things because, you know, my husband has COPD and I, you know, feel a little uncomfortable about doing that. I've been in the bargain box doing other things by myself, but if you read all that stuff from National or Mary Kay's deal, then it's like, how are we going to do all this? And who's going to be there to do this? Who's going to be the workers? And I'm also concerned that in another month, how many volunteers are we going to have?
Well, and I think that's a legitimate concern because, I mean, I have asthma and some heart issues. So that makes me like, oh, I don't think I want to be putting myself, I mean, we go to the grocery store and we do some stuff and I try not to be overreacting, but at the same time, almost everybody in Assistance League is
compromised.
Well, not necessarily compromised, but we're all 60 and above with one or two exceptions. Are you guys still there? I got a picture of a telephone.
Well, I think that's probably going to be Pat Gonzalez on her phone.
Right. And Irene?
Yeah.
I just saw your email like 5 minutes or something just before I called. So I didn't know you were having this.
Well, it's very impromptu. I was having it for Susan.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
So just to let you know, in case I get off to go to the 12 o'clock Zoom with National, just let you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's on the phone down here?
I'm here, but I'm Dawn, but I don't see you guys, but I hear you.
Oh.
Are you using your phone?
I'm using my phone.
Do you have?
Okay, you don't want to see me because I'm just back from a walk and I'm all sweaty and I have my hat on, so I'll just talk to you.
Okay.
That sounds like to me. I'd love to see you.
Yeah, me too.
Who said that?
I wanted to see you too, Madeline.
Yeah. Well, eat your heart out.
Susan was the culprit, so.
Yeah, you might know.
We were just kind of talking about Mary Kay's email. Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Like I say, I've been out on a walk, and so I just happened to hear your email come in. So I scurried and tried to connect.
Cool.
I don't know that Mary Kay sent that to everybody. I wonder if she sent it to the board members because I did not get it. I looked up again.
She did. That's who she sent it to.
Yes. Yeah. Looking at the two people.
Plus Judy Ebach.
Judy Ebach, yeah. Yeah, she did not send it to everyone.
No.
But
well,
I will send it to you, Susan. And I don't know, I'll look at the ALP email and see if it came to Assistance League email like it should have. Then I can forward it to everybody because everybody ought to see it.
I think, of course, she may feel it may be that that's more of a board decision than, I mean, if the board doesn't agree to open the bargain box, then why take it to the whole group? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think there's some legitimate concerns about it, and yet we don't want it to necessarily never open again.
If this email was, the information in it was about National Assistance League thrift store best practices. And I don't know if this is what they discussed on the national Zoom meeting, which was Monday, Wednesday, Friday for this week. But it doesn't really address anything like about us in specifically opening or whatever. It's just talking about
Best
what to consider.
Best practices is what it's saying.
Right.
Well, I guess the only time the whole membership needs to be involved is to find out. We need to poll, I feel, we need to poll the ladies and see who would be willing to work in the store at this point, or at whatever point they decide to open.
Yes.
I think that's huge. I think you're going to find there's, you know, a lot of opinions out there.
Yes, you are right.
Well, you might be able to do like if the calling committee decides to do something like that, you might want to do like have like 3 categories, like yes, I would work, no, I won't work, or I don't know if I'll work, you know, or, you know, like definitely yes, definitely no, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
well, and
bother
the calling committee would be happy to do that. We just would need direction, you know.
Yeah.
Once the decision is made, we would just need direction and instructions on doing that.
Right. To be announced, I guess.
So Madeline, here's Pam. Is there a code that we have to enter to get into that meeting at noon?
Yes.
Because I didn't.
Okay, here, I'll look it up here for you. Are you joining from a PC? Well, let's see, wait. Should I just forward this to your phone?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Susan, do you want to go or?
I don't think so. I think I'll let you guys get that information.
Okay. I think Pamela is struggling to get, oh, what did I do here?
I struggled to get in. It was not clear cut.
Do you have the Zoom on your phone or on your computer?
Huh. I do now. I realized when I tried to get in that I had to have the Zoom app. So I did install that. So yeah. And then I just started pressing buttons because I'm good at that.
I think that's the way you really only learn. There is, you know, at a later time if you want, there is a little tutorial, I think, in that, you know, after you download it somewhere, I think there's a little tutorial somewhere like how to use this thing.
Okay, I'll have to look at that. There probably is. I just was in a hurry to try and join you.
Right. And the best
I'm really glad.
Start clicking around.
I'm really glad my picture failed. That's awesome. Whatever I did to not have my picture show up, I need to continue that.
maybe you don't really know, but we can see you.
No.
We love that hat.
No.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any giggling yet.
Oh, that's Mary Kay.
So are the chimes we're hearing, is that people joining?
That's people joining, yes.
Okay.
There's a chime when you come in and there's a chime if you leave.
Oh, I don't hear
okay.
any chimes.
You didn't hear it?
No, I see the little things popping up, but like Pamela, Mary Kay, and somebody, oh, that telephone is
Dawn.
Dawn. Yeah, Dawn's got a telephone. So I don't know where the chimes are. Maybe only you're hearing chimes, or well, let me.
Maybe.
I heard the chime.
Thank you, Susan.
That wasn't me. I'm not the only smart aleck here.
That was Mary Kay, I think, but we can't see her.
I know. I think I went without the video.
Oh, okay.
Well, they can't see me either, and that's a good thing.
There you are.
Oh, there I am.
Yes.
I'm sitting in the Barca lounger because I twisted my ankle.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
You'll do anything to get out of work, Mary Kay.
exactly. That's me.
And here comes Carol
Which Carol?
King.
Okay.
So, lady, what's this about? Is it a tutorial on Zoom?
Well,
or what?
it started because I asked Susan if she was familiar with Zoom, and she had not done it. So I started it to get her in, and then we started talking about your
Best practices?
yes, your best practices from National. That sounds intensive
Daunting.
work-wise.
Well, I don't know. It seemed kind of to me like Pat had pretty well covered most everything.
Is
Wow.
this the Mary Kay? I know Irene and myself are going to go on to the noon Zoom meeting for National because I'm scheduled. Is that what, did they cover this, the best practices?
No, as a matter of fact, I asked them when it was going to be available, and they answered that it would be posted either Wednesday or Thursday. And so I checked last night, and that's when I found them.
Carol, we can see your glasses.
Yeah, Carol.
Hi, I didn't know there was a meeting today.
Well, there isn't.
It's just for fun. Irene's just having fun at home.
Oh, she's playing some more?
I asked Susan if she knew how, and she had never done it. So she had never participated in a Zoom meeting. So I had one for her, and then it's better to see other people and see that you can, everybody can talk.
So I got tagged, huh? Okay.
So you're one of them, yes. We were talking about Mary Kay's email. I don't know if you've seen it, about best practices for opening the bargain box.
Yeah, I did see it. That's going to be some problems for us, I think.
Okay.
Some of it, I mean, we don't know what June 1st is going to bring us, but I'm hoping that there won't be the need to count customers and, the mask and all of that by June 1st. And I was going to say, trying to direct traffic definitely will be an issue.
Well, does it give a guidance like how many square feet, how many customers you can have? And
no, I cut and pasted exactly what was on there.
well, you didn't send it to everybody. You just sent it, I think, to the board members. So
I did, yeah.
So I haven't seen it, which is fine. I was just asking. I just think, I don't know. I just think we may have trouble getting enough people to work.
You know, that's my concern. I think maybe we ought to poll people and see. I'll tell you right now, I am not willing to go in there for some time. You know, I'm sorry, I just won't. My kids are all over me to even when I go to the post office.
Well, I think that that should be part of the bullet points that go out in that email or the phone tree, don't you?
On the what?
You know, Pam's put together bullet points.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think that should be I think that should be one of the bullet points, you know. Are you willing to come in and work in the store when we reopen?
Yeah, I agree. Because if we don't have, you know, a group of people at least that's willing to do this, it's not going to work.
Right. Well, per Pat's email, I guess she's not planning on opening on Saturdays.
Oh, wait. I thought we weren't talking about opening until June.
We're not.
Oh, okay.
You know, even June to me is,
Yes.
You know, they're still saying people over 65 should stay home for the next 3 months. How many of our members are under 65?
Do we have any of those?
Yeah, a few, but not very many.
Eva is. She just turned 60.
And I think Kelly's undoubtedly under
Walker,
60.
but she didn't work in the store. And I don't think Happy Means has
joined us, but we can only see the top of her head.
I was down in the gym. I didn't even know you were doing this. I just got off the treadmill.
It's okay. I found it by accident too. So
did I. It's all to do with Susan Bernal.
It was.
And Irene.
It's a teaching moment.
It's not really a meeting. It's just a
conversation.
Yeah.
There you go.
Impromptu get together.
But you know, that's what National is encouraging. Coffee hour or happy hour or exactly this. They are.
Get your glass of wine and go on the computer. Huh?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, I think it would be kind of fun if, and I don't know exactly, but just say if you sent a message, say if Irene or whoever wanted to be the host, if you sent a message, say to 20 people and say, hey, would you like to learn how to do Zoom? I mean, just for kicks, because I do know that there are some people, even though they say they're not techie, but they're using Skype to see their grandkids and such. And if they want to, fine. If they don't, that's okay. But I think maybe we might be surprised how many people, even if it's just to say hello, you know, we don't have to have a meeting or, you know, just give them the opportunity to like, hey, look at this. This is kind of fun.
That might be a good idea.
Somebody had a Zoom birthday party.
Oh, really?
Well, you know, ladies, you remember when we did the happy hour at the Angelo's?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, a lot of our ladies really like that. They thought it was fun. And, you know, we could do something really similar to that on Zoom, a 5 o'clock happy hour.
Yep.
What time is it appropriate to start drinking?
5 o'clock.
Clock somewhere.
As my English father used to say, the sun is over the yard somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You know, I think we all could use a chuckle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know. So, and I would say I look forward to our board meetings. You know, I mean, we cover, you know, our business and then kind of chat it up in between.
Yeah. If you had 20 people on, would you want them all unmuted?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Or maybe it's like 10 or something. I don't know. I just
Well, you could have 20. You can have 30 and mute them all, and then unmute. Somebody could raise their hand. I can't find the little hand.
You know what? Right now, I thought it used to be somewhere else, but in the lower right-hand corner, like way over, off of the screen. Let's see, I'll try it. Raise hand.
Yes. Where is it?
In the lower right-hand corner.
Did I just raise my hand?
No,
Whoops.
I don't see Carol's hand.
Well, whoops. I don't know what I did.
Oh, I found
My
my
bad.
raise hand. Did I just raise my hand?
Yes,
Oh, cool.
Did you
I
see
can do it on
mine?
my phone too.
I see Madeline and Susan.
Yeah, I don't see raise my hand either.
I don't see it.
I
Okay.
don't either.
If you look outside of the video area where everybody's pictures are,
Yeah.
way over in the white area where at the top it says participants 7,
Yes.
and then way down at the bottom it'll say, well, right now it says invite, mute me, or lower hand. Oh, here, I'll lower my hand. Now it says raise my hand.
Well, and I'm on my phone, and I have to
Oh, there we go.
touch the screen, and then it has a place that says more. And if I go to more, then it has, now I'm supposed to lower my hand too. I could also clap or give a thumbs up.
I'm getting nothing.
I don't have that option, but I'm on my
You, Pam,
PC.
I'm getting nothing too. Maybe if I.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
See that?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a thumbs up now from
Oh, I
somebody.
saw Madeline's thumbs up.
Okay, that's under reactions.
Ah,
And also you can, Irene,
Yeah.
you can also request a recording if, you know.
It's recording.
Oh,
Mine says it's recording up in the corner.
don't
Yeah.
say
When I
Yeah.
scheduled the meeting, I said schedule. I said to record.
Okay, Irene, I'm gonna leave shortly. It's 11:56.
Did you send me that?
Yes.
Well, I'll look after I get off of here.
Okay.
And ladies, I just finished, I don't know if I should keep doing this or not. You guys should tell me. I just finished typing up my notes from the national, they're not calling it a webinar now, town hall meeting.
Yeah.
I don't know, do you guys want me to continue sending those out to you?
absolutely,
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
absolutely.
Yes.
I really think everyone, you know, actually should go and view them. I mean,
I agree.
you don't have to be a board member.
No,
It's open to, you know, they can take 300 at a time. So I'm leaving you now. Let's see, as soon as
Okay.
I figure out how to do
Bye.
Bye.
tea time, Madeline? You got a tea time?
Not today.
Oh,
I'm doing assistance league work.
oh
Yeah.
my.
But don't call me tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
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 So since I came in late, what have I just heard the tail end discussion of the bargain box. I've got some real concerns about that.
I think that's kind of what we were all talking about. How do we do it safely? Do we have enough people that would be willing to work? Because the vast majority of us are in the high risk category.
Or we have a spouse at home who's in the high risk category.
Yes.
Right.
So, I mean, it was, this started out very impromptu. Irene was just trying to teach me how to use Zoom, and then was like, well, who else should we invite? And we just started inviting people.
I feel honored.
Yeah.
And then we got talking about the opening the bargain box, and it's a very, I think it's a difficult decision, because I don't think anybody wants to close it, but I don't know that how many people are going to feel safe working there at this point now. Maybe in a month, or maybe in June, or maybe in July, or I don't know. It just, a part of it depends on what happens as they start opening up the economy and more people are out doing things, and we'll see if it starts, the number of people starts going up again, or if it stays down, or.
Well, you know, our numbers are amazing. I mean, we've got 100,000 people in this county, and we've got 44, if I'm correct. We've got 44 confirmed cases out of 100,000 people.
I think you're incorrect. I think it's more like
109. I think it's
It's up to what?
109 now.
It's been going up,
Yeah.
but
It's over 100.
it still is, I mean, relatively a small number, but it didn't hit Pueblo until about the time the governor put the state on lockdown. So
Right.
what will happen, you know, when it goes, as more people start going out and doing things, and you know, I don't know. And you know, you don't want to overreact. We've all been around long enough to know that there's a lot of bad things that have gone on that haven't been maybe as contagious or as serious or whatever, you know, you live through them. But on the other hand, you don't want to underreact, and especially if you or a loved one is in a super high risk group, because it's pretty serious if you get sick.
Well, what do you think about Pat's timeline of, you know, I think they're cleaning the rugs are being cleaned today, and you know, gradually groups of us going in and doing things, or just going in ones and twos and doing things.
Well, we were just talking, Pam, that maybe there should be another bullet added to the email and phone message, and that is asking our members how many of them are willing to volunteer and under what circumstances.
I think that's a good thing for both an email and for the phone people.
Yeah, just so we have a better idea.
Right.
Guys, I'm going to step in here. I have to jump off. Both Chuck and my mother-in-law are trying to reach me. Please advise me as to what you want the calling committee to do and when. Would you do that and give me some heads up ahead of time?
Hey, Dawn, I didn't know you were there. Yes, I will.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm going to jump off. I love you all. I miss you all.
You too.
Just give me direction with the calling committee when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay? Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Done.
Yeah.
Bye, Dawn.
Personally, you guys, and this only me, but I think that Pat put together a really good outline, and I think for those of us who are willing to work in the getting the store ready to open, that we should do it. And then if we decide not to open on June 1st, it doesn't matter, but we're ready.
What list is this that Pat put together? I haven't seen it.
Well, I saw an email on it. She had all the dates.
It was an email asking for 6 people or something, and you know, having Connie Makita do her stuff and Dawn do her stuff as they wish, at a time they wish, when other people aren't there. I'll send it to you, Irene. I'll forward the email to you.
Okay.
See, and that probably was an email again that just went to certain people. So
Right.
there's, which is, you know,
Went to the
understandable, but it's hard to talk about various things when we don't all have the information.
Well, Susan, I think she just sent it to the board and was asking for feedback.
Well, and that's fine. I mean, I don't need to know everything, especially I don't work in receiving and that, so I don't need all that information. It's just when you refer to it, then it's like, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry.
That's a good look for you, Mary Kay, the background and everything.
I told you I'm sitting in the Barca Lounger.
It looks good.
Well, thanks.
I don't know, your wall looks like it's got a sky and
Yeah, it does.
and yellow and I like it.
Doorway.
Okay.
There was something else I was going to ask. I guess, I know. One of the things, and I thought this would be a good idea, it would be easy enough, is what do you think about sending out postcards to our membership? Just, hi, how are you? This is what we're doing.
Something to stay connected,
phone tree or email. I mean, it's not very expensive.
No, I think it's a good idea, but Carol just sent out dues notice to
and it just went to the people who had not paid their dues, which was like 24 members. So we'll see what comes back from that.
So you want us to put I did get that one because I haven't paid my dues.
Oh, good. I'm glad you got it.
I got it. Well, because I didn't pay it that first time, and then we haven't had a meeting, and that's when I usually pay it. But you want us to send it to the service center?
Or put it in the mailbox. You can just drop it in the mailbox too.
If you happen to be out there. If not, just mail it.
Yeah.
Well, we might take a little ride today because it gets boring sitting at home.
Yeah. So Pam, what kind of responses have you had to the idea of leasing out the service center?
No, Matt, you responded and Madeline responded. Yeah, that was just something that Beth had heard over the transom. Were we even willing to take a look at it? And obviously we're willing to take a look at almost any idea. I don't think it's particularly applicable, but it was the idea, Susan, it was the idea that there's an education company that does a lot of homeschooling and then has the kids come to activities, etc. And they might be interested in leasing the service center, and then later maybe looking at leasing the bargain box itself. But it would be a 3 to 5 year commitment, and it'd be about $4,000 a month. I said I'd pass it on to the board, and everybody's more than willing, more than capable of saying yes, no, or maybe. And it was kind of a pie in the sky possibility. The way that is more interesting is that Millworks, Danny, whatever his last, Carter, whatever his last name is, they are trying to get the DeRosas interested in taking over that whole corner. DeRosas obviously have very deep pockets. And apparently the DeRosas also have a very large hemp, I don't know, was it factory? I don't know what you do with hemp, but they have a very large interest in the hemp industry in the Denver area. So it might be a fit. And apparently Millworks is about ready to make a presentation to the DeRosas.
Well, then we need to start looking again for some place to move.
Yeah.
I don't. If they sold the bargain box today, doesn't mean we have to have another building right away. We can not have a bargain box for a while. We can see if we want to get another building. I don't know. We don't need to do it right away. We don't need to do it before. That's for sure.
Well, my understanding is that if the presentation was indeed accepted, this would be some months and maybe even a year down the road before any concrete action would take place.
Well, that's good, because then we'll be into our next pandemic.
Right.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, how exciting.
This just scares the crap out of me.
They're talking about flu and corona coming at the same time.
Yep.
I think, you know, we should go ahead and let her get more information. I mean, you know, maybe with some more information, we'll be able to swing one way or the other on it.
You mean leasing the service
At this
center?
point.
No, well, following both trends. I mean, who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows what's going to happen this summer? If we get a second wave this summer, a whole lot of things may change.
True.
But the DeRosa thing in part depends on the quality of the presentation that the two guys make. And having met them both and talked with them both, I'm not real sure that they're going to have a great presentation unless they have a professional writer do it.
Okay.
Sorry, that was snarky. Sorry, bad.
You know what happens on Zoom stays on Zoom, right?
But it is being recorded for all posterity, Pat. Yeah.
Oh, well. Go ahead, fire me.
No.
So,
I think looking into the leasing is a good idea.
Well, you know, see, I questioned that because I didn't want to tie the service center up for 3 to 5 years.
Well, that is a long time, but it would depend on how often are they going to use it? Is it going to be that tied up?
Time. If they want to, they'll pay us, I don't know, in the neighborhood of what, $4,000 a month.
between $4,000 and $4,500 a month.
But what days and how often are they talking about?
Take it over, Irene. You would have to move out.
Yeah, they would take the building over completely.
Oh no, I don't like that. Especially if we're talking about the bargain box going, we're going to need that building.
Yeah.
Well, Beth was just passing the information along, and I said I'd send it to the board, and you know, so we're all on the same page.
Well, I mean, if we did that, we ultimately would have to rent a storage unit to put all the stuff that's in there.
Yep.
And then where would we, I mean, like Irene and all of us, for example, Operation School Bell, during the summer, there are several days when we are using that almost the entire day. So we would have to find another place to, you know, we'd have to have another place to set up an office with the copy machine and the computer and all that. And I suppose we could use someplace in the bargain box, but
there's not a lot of free space in there.
No. And then, you know, there's several storage areas in there that are pretty full. So yeah, it's going to take some thinking about how we would deal with that if we were to lease it out. Because personally, I think the service center is more important than the bargain box building.
What do you mean to our ongoing work?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the bargain box, that's where we have our sales, but there's a whole lot of work that is done behind the scenes at the service center. I don't know.
Irene made a comment the last time we had a Zoom about we could actually use the service center for other fundraisers. You know, something for a number of years ago, for example, we did a couple of wine and cheeses and generated some income. I mean, there are other ways other than just the sales floor to look at generating income.
That's true. Well,
and my concern with the sales floor is not so much us in the sense that we would be responsible and, you know, wear the masks, wear the gloves, do things like having one person at the desk at a time and then wiping things down. I'm more concerned about our clientele and their behaviors.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because you can't control that.
and you have no idea where they have been.
Some of them.
Some of them we have a fairly good
Can be
idea.
snarky.
Well, and where they've been and who they've been around and what protection they've used. And as somebody was saying on the news last night, I was surprised she said it. Yeah, you can't pass a joint around anymore.
Yeah.
But the truth is, you get to a lot of the homeless camps and stuff, and they do, that's exactly what they're doing.
Oh, of course.
And,
So I don't know.
and I think there were some statistics released about the homeless situation in San Francisco and how many are infected.
Well, I think the homeless people are, the homeless camps are on par with nursing homes, that once it gets in there.
Oh, yeah. It's going to go like wildfire.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's a lot of issues, and you don't want to be negative, and you don't want to say no, no, no. And yet I think we have to be smart about a lot of these things that are coming our way.
Well, I think one of the things that will give us a better platform to think from is finding out what our members think. I think the idea of sending out another bullet and also using the calling tree and saying,
Right.
and really getting people to email back what they think. They don't even have to sign it necessarily, just email back what they think, or tell the calling tree people what they think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many of our members still don't have emails? Because I know back when I was secretary, there were probably 10 or so more people that didn't use emails or wouldn't, so
Didn't use them very often.
yeah, so I don't know how many, I don't pay any attention anymore how many people we have that wouldn't be reached through emails. Might be easy to start with, to have the calling tree call and just get a yes, no, or maybe, and then ask people to send emails to whomever you decide with their thoughts if they want to.
Well,
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. And Irene, I still am not getting those mailing blasts, and Molly Abbott isn't either. I had a long conversation with Molly yesterday. She was so excited she'd gone to the store for the first time in 3 weeks. So that was her big outing.
I worked on that last night, and I'm pretty soon I'm going to send out a blast just to see if you and some of the others who haven't been getting it will get it.
Right.
Yours, I had to delete it completely. I don't know if I got it deleted completely, because some of them are Pamela, and some are Pam. So we need to make them all Pam.
Yeah, because my email address has always been Pamela_Roberts.
Right, but your name has been Pam Roberts and Pamela Roberts. The email, the blast that you get, or the board meeting that you get all the time is Pam Roberts.
Huh.
Not Pamela. Addressed to Pam Roberts instead of Pamela Roberts.
Huh.
It's very touchy, these damn emails. Anyway, I'm gonna give it another try.
Okay.
And Molly also is one of those that was last name first or first name last, and it wasn't right. And there's some others that were not in there that I'm getting in today. I got sleepy last night and went to bed.
How dare
you?
Yeah, at 1:30, I think it was. So I went, I said, okay, I'm going to bed.
All right, well, ladies, I have a question for you now, because I've been posting on Facebook and Instagram and a couple other sites, just trying to keep the Citizens League and Bargain Box in the thoughts of those who follow us.
Yeah.
I started posting that, like I remember the last news flash or something you know, the bargain box to open, stay tuned for details.
Yeah,
So
I
now
saw
I'm
that one.
thinking whether I should do that or not.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, I think so. I mean, our target date with pending circumstances is June 2nd.
Okay, all right.
To use your term, a soft opening.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna keep doing it then. I just thought I'd kind of lead them along.
Yeah, keep them interested.
Yeah, that's, you know, there was I copied off of the webinar I watched the other day, and I thought I might start using this phrase. It said, today we stand together. Wait, I can't read my own writing. Today we stand together to face the future. Tomorrow we deliver hope. And I thought, gosh, I really like that.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe I'd start using that in conjunction with us and what we do in the community.
Yep.
Pam and Carol.
What?
Could you tip your, is it possible to tip what you, there you go, Pam. Tip it down like you had it a minute.
Like that?
Okay.
Now the other way, Pam. Tip, yes,
There you are.
there.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Yes,
All hot and sweaty from the gym.
yes, but we can see more than the top of your head now, and also Carol. If you tip it further, you can see me. I'm down to here, but if you tip your,
Well, yeah, you're all dressed with a scarf around your neck and the whole thing.
what is under there?
The rest of us have no makeup on, and
Yeah. This is my shirt that I wear to work outside. So I decided to just cover it up a little bit. But if, like I say, if you tip it like you and Carol did, that's what we need to see you. Okay.
all right, ladies. Well, you know what might be fun? I don't know if you're open for this or not, but you know what? We could have a gathering in the parking lot and stay 6 feet apart from one another.
Yeah.
You know, in fact, we could do a happy hour in the parking lot, or, you know, tea time.
Even in the service center, you could have spacing where we would come in. I don't know if you need to come in one at a time, but we could sit 6 feet apart.
Well, we could actually even have our board meetings in the main room of the service center.
Yes.
Everybody sit at a different table.
Yes.
I think it might work better for a board meeting than it would for a big meeting, because there's, you know, you get 50 people and everybody's 6 feet apart. It's like, oh, there, you know.
Yeah, I don't think we'd have room for 50 people to sit that far apart.
No, but I was thinking for board meetings.
Yes, I think so too.
Oh, hey, what about a happy hour board meeting?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Madeline would go for that.
Yes.
You have a happy hour board meeting. By the end, you're all going to be sitting right by each other.
No. We'll have 6 foot broom handles that.
There you go.
Keep us apart.
I just lost my visual.
And we can see you.
Yeah.
There we go. I got it back. I got it back. So.
I will send this recording to you when I get it ready, so you can see how much better we can see you. And what a nice picture Mary Kay makes. For some reason, I love it.
I should look behind me. I don't know.
It's mostly your chair, but there's something about the wall there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
I think that might be a window looking outside or something. I don't know. Or
I don't know.
on the other side.
I don't know. No, you guys, it's really a doorway that goes into the kitchen, and
No,
there's
no, not that.
reflections from the windows.
It's not that. It's just you'll see it when I send you the video. You'll see what I'm talking about.
All right.
It's
All right,
all
ladies,
right.
this has been fun,
Yeah.
you know, so,
Yeah.
and I'll get my notes off to you. And Susan, if you're interested, I'll send them to you too. This is notes from a sort of a webinar town meeting by National to cover
Sure.
stuff that's going on.
Well, you posted something this morning too that I read. It was fairly lengthy.
That's the best practices that came
Right.
off of National's website. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see, especially that best practices.
Would it's on National's website under the coronavirus, and it says something something about thrift stores opening.
And you know, many of the points that they made about thrift stores opening, we'd already discussed.
Exactly. Yes, I thought we were in really pretty good shape.
Right.
The only thing is maintaining the customer distance and that kind of and number of customers.
And
But-
when you think of our sales floor where the cash register is, that's going to be difficult to.
You know, I thought about that, Pam, and I think Pat probably has too. I don't think it would be. I think that all we'd have to do is to get a piece of plexiglass and hang it from the ceiling, but you know, maybe 6-8 inches above the counter. So, and what they encourage too is just to use like those little dollar plastic trays to pass money back and forth with.
Yeah.
But I think we could protect ourselves with the shields just like they're using in the retail stores now.
And also, somebody pointed, I don't know whether it was Pat or with whom I was talking, the idea that having the security guard pretty much controlling the entrance,
Yes.
and saying,
To do.
yeah, and saying, hey, you know, there are 5 people here, please wait.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
You know, the problem with that, just off the top of my head, not insurmountable, but you know, some of our customers come in, they spend 2 or 3 hours in the store.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody, but.
Well, and some come in with families of 4 people or 5 people
Right.
too.
That's true too.
Yeah, I'm thinking what's her name, Amelia, that comes in with her daughter and her grandson, and
Yeah.
then they spend a long time shopping.
Mhm. So.
Just something to think about.
Other details, I think if we put our mind to it, we can work out. It's just, you know, it's just something we need to do.
And we haven't enough time too. And you know, our target date is June 2nd. It may be June 15th. I mean, we have to roll with the punches.
Yeah. And maybe that's how I'll advertise is we're opening in June and not make a specific date.
Yeah, because it may be a rolling date.
Right, exactly. No. Yeah.
And I think the idea of, as I said, I was talking to Molly yesterday, and she was saying, well, you know, that senior Saturday, she said, she was worked it several times, and she said,
Big.
that's an absolute zoo. And she said, I don't think we should have that for a while.
Well, I don't think Pat is planning on opening on Saturdays.
I thought she was saying 10 to 3,
Yeah.
and, Tuesday through Friday, and no Saturdays for a while.
Oh, did she say 10 to 3? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, because I had
I thought it was
that. That
10:30
way
to
there's
3.
only
No,
2
you're right, Carol. She and I had talked on the phone about 10 to 3, but you're right. In the email, it said 10:30 to 3.
No. Well, and then we still only need, that's still only one or, you know, 2 people in the store because that's only one shift, right?
Right. Yeah.
So that would cut down on the number of volunteers needed.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, I mean, there are lots of options out there. We just have to pick which one fits us best.
And we may have to experiment a bit too.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Yeah. Nothing's hard, but set in stone.
Yeah. I hate to break up this lovely gathering, but I'm getting hungry.
It is lunchtime.
There are stickers that you can put on the floor. You've seen them in different places for this that marks the 6 feet between. Like if they're waiting at the register, they would line up 6 feet, or coming in 6 feet would measure either way.
Yeah, I wonder how that would, I see that at our Safeway out here. I wonder how that would adhere to the rug.
Oh, I think we can put tape down, that tape that you use to, when you're painting, you put it on windows and stuff.
Oh,
Well,
that
there's double stick tape that
Right.
works.
And you know what, we may have to rearrange that front entrance too with some of our cases. Because we don't have 6 feet as you come in and go right or left in, once you come in the store.
What about if you open both of those doors, make them be able to open both doors, exit and entrance?
Yeah.
Would keep them further apart.
It's true.
Not 6 feet, but
isn't one of them broken?
No, that's been fixed.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they both open.
They both open, yeah, and there was a problem, and my understanding is it has indeed been fixed.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay, hungry people, are we leaving?
I'm out of here.
Okay.
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 Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We'll meet again.
Okay, good idea.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.